In the last lecture, I talked about the basic conceptual framework for storytelling. And in this lecture, I'd like to focus on the individual options that you have available to you to structure the story in a manner that's meaningful to your audience. Now, this is the same model that I used in the previous lecture, so don't look for a new one. In in the story designer itself, once you've said that you are going to enable storytelling, there are several steps that you can use to define how you're going to unfold the model to the audience. Now, there's a change visibility option, which allows you to take one or more elements on the model and define whether or not they are completely invisible or completely opaque, and you can select them either um, from items that are selected on the model to add from the diagram, or you can select them from the drop-down, depending upon whether or not you want to do a whole bunch of them or one or two of them. You then have an option to open or close folders to expand or collapse them. There are no folders presently in this model, so this is kind of a not very useful option at the moment. Show message allows you to type in a message that will be displayed at that step in the model, and everything is displayed across the bottom down here in the window. The show note as message takes the note attached to a particular item, which you can select off of the drop down or add from the diagram. So if you wanted this, you could simply select it, click on it, select it, then say add from diagram. So it would show, this step would show the note that's attached to that particular primitive in the model. The run simulation is for simulations. It just tells Insight Maker to go ahead and run the model at the moment. Run action is an option that gives you access to the entire Insight Maker application program interface, which we'll cover in the next section in advanced options. But it allows you a very more a very robust level of control over what's happening in the model. It's probably more applicable to simulation models than to static diagrams. So we'll cover that in the next section. And then there's a group action, a folder option that allows you to group multiple items together so that and you can label this whatever, so that you might say, okay, I want to change the visibility, I want to run an action, and then I want to show a message. And that would be a sequence. Whenever Insight Maker is unfolding a story and the story presents a message to the user or runs a simulation, it will stop and wait for the user to click next in the lower right hand corner. So you can sequence these, and then you can move them around as you wish so that you have things in the right order, so it unfolds the way that you want it to. So there's, and if you have items that you don't want, you can simply remove them. If you have a number of items selected for visibility, I add from the diagram, I can use the clear button to get rid of all of them, or I can click the X's and eliminate individual ones from the grouping. So that gives you a real robust level of control over the way that the story unfolds the model. And in the next lecture, we'll actually begin to talk about how you want to unfold the model, and then we'll begin actually doing an unfolding so that you can see step by step how we put the pieces together to actually accomplish something. So as I said, it's a very robust capability with just a very few options so that you can change the visibility of things, open and close folders, show a message that you type in, show a message that's actually attached to one of the primitives. You can run a simulation. You can execute or run a set, one or more actions that are defined in this particular step, or you can group steps together and change the order of them as you wish. And that's all there is to it, which probably seems maybe a little confusing if you're just looking at it for the first time, but you'll very quickly realize that you can do an awful lot with the model in an interactive form with just a few steps. And we'll actually get to it in the next lecture. So I hope you found this informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.